Madonna's an icon in so many places in the world. In the music industry, in the fashion industry, in any industry pretty much, she's an icon, and especially in gay culture. I'm not claiming to look like Madonna in this tutorial, but it's definitely inspired by Madonna. And I want to thank Zach and Cat Zombie for requesting this tutorial. I enjoyed it. As always, adding a base, and I'm using Painterly Paint Pot by MAC, will ensure that your shadows last a long time. I'm extending my brows slightly, and no, I'm not going to cover it up. So I'm adding my highlight where I want my brow to go to. Madonna's eyebrows are pretty much flat, and they're sparse in a lot of locations. And back in the 80s, she really didn't care much about her brows. They weren't that even. I'm using Tanned by CoverGirl. It's a bronzer to create the initial shape. And I'm going back in, and now I'm going to etch in a little bit thinner my crease with Espresso by Ben Nye. Madonna has quite a solid hooded eye, especially on the top where the skin definitely folds over. So I'm going to try and recreate that solid line on the top. I'm using Black by Ben Nye. And I want to keep this line as thin as possible while still giving the illusion that skin is hanging over. Going to line from the inner part of my eye right to the inner corner, all the way out to the outer corner, and I'm going to extend until the crease that I've created. Madonna had a longer eye. I'm not really creating a cat eye, I'm just extending it straight out. And I'm going to fill in, making it thinner on the inside and thicker on the outside. Likewise, I'm going to bring it down underneath. This is a black Kohl Rimmel London pencil. Once I put the majority of the black where I want it, I'm going to take a thin liner brush, angled liner brush, and I am going to blend it all to create more of a solid line. And I'm also going to push it into my lash line with this. I don't want any gaps at all. Like I said about the brows, I'm making them a lot straighter than mine are, and I'm extending them out and above where my natural brow is. I'm lining my eye with a white pencil, and I'm going to set that white with a white pressed powder by Ben Nye, and I'm going to extend that straight from the bottom of my eye to the inner corner of my eye. While I'm waiting for glue to dry on my lashes, I'm going to curl my lashes, at which point I'm going to take my lashes and starting from the outside corner, I'm going to push them on and push them into the root of my lashes. Applying mascara to the bottom first. This is a great tip to prevent transfer from the upper lashes to the lid of your eye. The foundation I'm using is a cake foundation from Ben Nye. It's one of the foundations that you get wet and use a sponge to apply. With this foundation, you need to get it all in one step or stipple the whole thing on. You cannot go over it a second time. Once my foundation is 100% dry, I am going to add contour, which is tanned by CoverGirl, to contour out my face. Now, Madonna had somewhat of a triangular face, meaning kind of right by the eyes stuck out a little bit more than the jawline. So I'm going to get rid of a lot of my jawline. And she also had a fairly high cheekbone. Starting from the top of the ear, going down on an angle to slightly above the corner of my mouth is Madonna's. And then also from the corner of my jaw out to match at the same point, which is once again slightly above the corner of my mouth. And I'm going to blend that up ever so slightly. And I'm going to slim my neck by contouring. I don't have a lot of weight, but I'd still like to give the illusion at all distances that I was a lot thinner. Now the center of Madonna's head was pretty high to her hairline. However, she didn't have a widow's peak, so I'm going to fill in where the corners of my widow peak are. I'm going to highlight right underneath my eye, to the inner corner of my nose, top of my nose, forehead, and right on the top of the cheekbone. Because Madonna's face was that angular, that triangle, I am bringing my highlight down on an angle from the upper corner of my eye all the way down to the center of my chin. Madonna's lips were very similar to what my lips look like. I am just going to extend them slightly. In the majority of Madonna's pictures that I've seen, she tends to wear kind of a coral color for lipstick or lip gloss from when she was younger to now that she's a little bit older. So I'm starting with more of a red undertone, at which point I am going to add a pink lipstick, and to that, to create the perfect color, I am going to add a very peach colored, vibrant, glossy lipstick. This is just going to brighten it up and give it almost the perfect color that I want. And then on top of all this, I am going to add a pink gloss to give me that perfect color. If you have the perfect color in a lipstick and a gloss, go ahead and use that. Finish off with a blush that matches the lip color. And that's everything. You're done. This look was designed to look like Madonna from more of a distance than right up close. And for my first attempt doing Madonna, I'm extremely happy with it. I hope you try this look. Good luck. Please don't forget to subscribe. Music by Kevin MacLeod. 80s Action.